live.
So it's gonna be him playing.
Yeah, you'll be watching through my camera, Alex playing and doing drills.
And you kind of giving vocal
Right.
lessons. Gotcha. Okay. Cool.
So you should start seeing everything now. Should. If you refresh your mixer, you should be able to see it. Is that your microphone making that noise?
Mine's muted.
Oh, okay. So it's, yeah. Must be Chris's catching his wind.
Oh, that right there.
Yeah, it's like when you're breathing or whatever. I think it's catching, like the breath or something. It's kind of, yeah. Okay, so you've got everything set up, right? On your end, Chris, right?
Yeah. Give me 1 second. For some reason. You're streaming now.
I am streaming. Hey Balloon, hey Gaming. And I'm recording. Alex, I'll give you an invite. Alright. Fury Sensor, invite to party. So on the stream, you should be able to see everything right now. Balloon Gaming, this is a coaching session that we're doing right now, guys. So if you guys are sitting here watching in chat, you guys will see that this is a coaching session that's live. Who's Fury Raptors?
That's Miguel.
All right. See Miguel. Blocked him.
He kept
Okay.
behind me
Right
too.
now, I should be able to see two characters. I don't know what they're called.
Yeah, you see a guy with a galaxy skin with wings, and you see a guy with a fish costume, right?
Perfect.
And you see my name and his name, and Alex and I can hear you through Skype. You can see the Skype thing, right?
I can. Yep.
And is the stream coming through clean and clear? That's the next question. Is everything moving and talking and everything smooth?
I have it on my phone. So. Yeah, cool. And I'm recording, so you're good whenever you are.
All right, Alex, you ready to go into Playgrounds?
Yep.
All right, let's go into play. Oh, we do not want to fill. Hold on, I'm ready. All right, and we'll go to. I think we'll go to Tilted Towers because that's like a famous place, and I think we'll start with that. What do you think? Think that's good? Let me know if it's lagging though, because if this starts lagging, we're gonna have a problem. And Chris, oh, my Fortnite crashed. Lovely. Okay, so that's fun.
Great start.
Great start to this Fortnite. The program breaks. I'm launching back up again. Yeah, you'll have to leave match. You should see a black screen now. Okay. Let's see. I'm still recording on my end though, so I'll be able to still give you this, you know.
Okay.
Man, I'm so red on my screen. That's crazy.
Yeah,
It's wild. All right, Fortnite's loading back up again. Your mom's cool with like just hanging out. You think? All right.
Kind of like the slider.
Oh yeah, the new car
I
skin.
hate these skins though.
Well, that one's Slash. That skin's Slash. That's who that is. All right, Fortnite should be loading up now. You should be able to see it. Thanks for the host, Balloon. What's up, Water? How you doing? All right. Right now, guys, we're doing a recording for a piece we're working on. Invite to party. And so that's what we're doing right now.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah, you can refresh it or whatnot. We want to make sure that it's not gonna lag. Ready up? Let's go back in.
Now you're talking in game chat.
Yeah, I'll mute myself in game chat. Hold on.
If I'll let you.
Watermelon, I don't think I'm gonna do a tournament tonight. It just depends. I might. Depends on everything and how all this goes before I start hosting a tournament for all you guys. But I would like to, but we'll see.
All right, I'm recording on my end too.
All right, and it should be showing us running around. You should see both of us in chat now, or in the game.
It'll.
All right, go to Tilted Towers. Meet up here. Or you know what? No, land down here, and we'll go and get harvest wood. So just meet me at my spot in the middle of town. Just go grab resources, get full resources, so we can do build drills.
Alright. So I don't need any guns or anything right now?
No, you'll need just grab some guns. Try to find an assault, an assault rifle, and try to find a shotgun.
Alright.
And we'll do that. I don't think I want to go over accessories today. I was thinking of doing grappling hook, but I think that we can wait on that. Just hit some trees, hit some bricks, grab some things. Chris, you're gonna have to mute that. I don't want you recording that.
Alright, already got a heavy shotgun.
Alright, good. That's what we're talking about. So just start grabbing mats and get brick, wood, and metal because we need everything.
So this is a one-on-one coaching that you're doing right now. What are you guys focusing on right now for this time?
Right now we're focusing on building drills. So what we do is we run into the map, we start grabbing as much resources as we can, we meet in the middle, and then I have him start to do his build setup. So which I'll show in a minute is we'll be doing 1x1 tower build-ups, and then I'll start shooting them down and he's gonna have to recover while he's falling. And then what I'll do is I'll start building over him, because in this game it's all about taking the advantage of the other player, getting on top of the other player during the build war is what we call it. And so, when you've got, this going on and you're building up like this, you need to get on top of the other player. See, like this. And the other player, as long as you have height advantage, you can shoot down onto the other player. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to go and I'm going to have him build up, and I'm going to start shooting his stuff down, and he's going to have to recover by building, away from where I'm shooting. And so that's the first drill we're going to do today. I've got 500 and 900, Alex, so I think we should be all right with that. Meet me in the middle alley, like we always do, right over here by Trump.
I got mats and everything, so...
Okay. All right, so we're going to start with a ramp and a wall, and then we're going to build up to here. So ramp, wall. There you go. All right, now we're going to face off. All right, now what I want you to do is I want you to start doing your 1x1 builds. So watch me, and I'll show first, okay? So first, obviously, you want to protect your back, right? So we're going to do this side wall, back wall, side wall, right? So build your 1x1. Yep. And now you're going to quickly, because you have turbo building on, right? Turbo building is really important in this. I'll wait a second. Okay. You ready? Okay. So turbo building is really, really important right now because what we're gonna do is we're gonna hold the button down. So you're gonna pull your trigger since you're Xbox. You're gonna hold the trigger down and you're gonna rotate your camera. So you're gonna do that. And it'll build all four. All right. And then you build your ceiling and then a staircase. That way if anybody shoots down, it's not dropping you. All right. Okay, do it again. Go up to the ramp, turbo build. Well, you built on me, but that's all right. Okay, go up again. Try it again.
Oh my god, why does it always build everywhere else?
What's that?
It keeps like building
Oops.
on you.
I just changed my my thing. Okay, yeah, because you need to aim lower. So when it builds on me is because you're aiming too high. So you're aiming up at me instead of down. Here, let me catch up with you real quick. All right, there we go. Okay, so get back up here. Look at me. All right, now turbo build all four walls as fast as you can.
Alright. Oh my god, then when I aim low,
All
it
right,
doesn't build
floor, staircase. There you go. Good job. That's exactly what I'm expecting to see. Okay, now, all right, now I'm going to try to build up to you. You're going to build out. So this is where when I'm starting to push you with a gun, when I start pushing you, you're going to start building out away from me, all right? So you're going to build dual ceilings, okay? So you're going to you know how to do that, right? You're going to no. You're going to go out. So I'm going to build this way. Like I'm going to come and get you right here, right? And I'm going to come on top. I'm going to try to get on top of you to be able to shoot down on you, right? So you want to build your ramp like this. You want to come up here and build that ramp, and then build that ramp, and then do and rotate your ramp to ramp. So you're going to do this, see, and build out like that. Got it?
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking. Hold on, let me break these so you can do it, not me. All right. Okay. Oh, I fell. Hold on.
Oh my god.
All right.
So bad.
All right, I'm going to start building up. Tell me when you're ready, and we'll start doing this. All right, and you're going to try to escape and get the height advantage on me. So you're going to go double ramp all the way up. If you run out of mats, go get mats.
All right.
Ready?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Go. Okay, build double ramp, double ramp. See, now what he's doing here is he's building a ramp to separate him and I from each other. So see this ramp.
God.
This ramp right here he built, and this ramp right here he ran up. This way it covers the top of him while he's running to escape from me building over top of him. And it allows him to kind of recover and build around, you know, if he needs to get the height advantage over the other characters. And so that's what he's doing right there, is building up double ramps to stop the push on top of him so he doesn't get shot. It's like a buffer to not get shot. Okay, let's meet back up down below. I'll jump down and then we'll meet back down below. All right.
All right.
Okay. Oops. All right. All right. Let's go back down to our buildings. Oops, I just jumped to my death. Lovely. Okay. All right, let's break them. All right, go get mats. Chris, you got any questions? You there, Chris?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, so for beginners out there, or people, who are still learning the game of Fortnite, what kind of advice do you have for them as they're playing? Because, sometimes some kids are better than others. But for kids who are learning and want to be better, what advice do you have for them?
So I guess the first thing I'd say to start with is practice and playground on your building. Building is the most important thing in Fortnite. Unlike other FPS shooters, Fortnite strictly relies on you being a better builder. And that's what separates this game from Player Unknown. This is what separates it from any type of first person or third person shooter. And especially in the battle royale realm, because like Call of Duty's coming out with the Blackout game, Battlefield's coming out with their new Battlefield 5, which has their own thing, but none of those have buildings, right? or building aspect. So this is kind of like a survival based Fortnite game or battle royale game, and so the key is to outbuild the other opponent. So when you're going around fighting everybody, you need to know how to outbuild them. You need to know how to counter their builds, and that's the biggest strategy in Fortnite is doing this right here, what you're seeing right here, which is very quickly being able to build one by ones and getting the advantage over the other player. And so building is essential in Fortnite. It is the most important thing in the Fortnite. Shooting comes second. So in this game, building is everything.
You know, being a coach yourself, what do you tell parents who think it's just ludicrous to have a coach night?
I think that Fortnite is a one of the games that has independently focused onto children and adults, and there's a lot of benefits from playing Fortnite and video games in general. But I think some of the most important things about Fortnite is that this is not just a shooting game, that you're just running around shooting other characters. There's a lot more to the Fortnite community and game. It's got a lot of interaction with other players. It's not just focusing on shooting. It's focusing on building. It's focusing on the skins and stuff are fun. So that you can earn skins or get other skins. Not just by paying for them, but also by earning them in game. There's challenges and stuff that you can get them. So it's focusing more on a younger generation of kids than like PUBG or Counter Strike or any of those games, which are more focused on adult gaming.
You were saying on your source, one of your goals is to teach young gamers about respect and also self-confidence. How could being better at Fortnite create more self-confidence for these kids?
Well, I read an article a while back that kind of focused on the the competitiveness in schools today, and that to be able to be cool, quote unquote, nowadays, gaming has held kind of that kind of leverage. And I noticed that like a lot of kids, including my son who's 12, I've noticed that he comes back and he's like, I got to get better at Fortnite, Dad, because all these kids are talking about how they've got first places and all these other things, and I realized that it actually holds kind of uh, uh, I don't know, handle on the um, hold on, I'm trying to get my thought. You probably want to ask that again.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
I'm trying to think of how, like, without running on tangents, how to do this. So,
You were talking about, yeah, I think that's cool. Son, you were saying son, like kind of self-confidence that it teaches. That like, hey, you practice to become better at something, and how you were mentioning that these kind of help build like the foundation of like. Hello,
I can barely hear you. You want to talk louder?
can you hear me now?
Yeah, it was like
Okay,
really
yeah.
quiet.
So, one of the goals that you have on your website is talking about teaching kids self-confidence. How does this coaching help build self-confidence for the kids?
My 12-year-old came back from school one day, and he knows that I'm a avid Fortnite player, and I'm a professional gamer. So he was asking me about like how can he get better, and like all his friends are really good at the game, and he wants to get all these wins, and that like it's kind of like a social status to be good at Fortnite. And so he asked me, well, how do I do that, Dad? Because I feel like I suck, and that I'm not very good. And I said, well, really, the main focus on this, Mikey, is that you work your butt off at trying to be better at the game, and then it's going to show everybody how good you are later. So building self-confidence in this game, much like coaches in football, how do you build self-confidence in football? Well, you do hitting drills over and over and over again, until you are confident enough that you can hit that person as hard as you can and as tactically as you can, with training and building that muscle memory. And that's all Fortnite's about, is building muscle memory and doing it repetitively until you've got it down to the point you're very good at it. You're confident in your ability to build and shoot and, chase other players and use the accessories and stuff in the game. So I think that honing your craft in anything in this world, not just Fortnite, it's about dedication and continuously hammering that anvil against that metal until it's muscle memory. And so I think that's one big way that kids can build self-confidence in Fortnite and get the edge over, the other kids who've been playing this solo, is by putting the time, but not only the time, but the dedication, like, okay, I've got to get better at building. So I'm not going to go play solos or duos or squads with my buddies. I'm going to sit here in playground and just work on building one by ones over and over and over again for hours until I get it so good that there is no way that somebody can outbeat me or outplay me. And I think that's the kind of dedication that separates, amateurs from professionals, is the ability to keep continuously hone yourself. Was that pretty good?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, people are saying my stream's laggy and frozen and stuff, but that's okay, guys, because I'm recording it. So
Oh, perfect. Okay, so
thanks, Alex. All right, Alex, let's go get resources. Let's kill ourselves, and let's go get resources and start fresh, and let's go into another build off. All right, let's drop middle of town, or drop on the sides, grab the trees. What's the next question you want to ask, Chris?
okay, so I'm gonna start recording right now. Okay, let's talk a little bit about you know how you got into this, and you were mentioning your friend who passed away, and just kind of giving kids this you know the family that you were talking about, and for gamers to have love toward each other and everything. So I'll just ask you, um, you know, why are you so passionate about coaching and teaching young gamers?
Well, I'm a father of three, so I've got a 12-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 4-year-old, and I realized that gaming is an upcoming it's a phenomenon that's been just nonstop growing since I was a kid. I was about 7 when I started playing, and Nintendo was the first game I played. Well, now gaming is becoming more and more a social norm, and not just the nerdy kid who played it during high school and middle school, and so it's a lot more accepted. Well, I realized that um, it's very important to younger kids now to be a good gamer and to have confidence and self-respect. And when I was younger and I was playing in Counter-Strike leagues all over the country and competing, I realized that the most important thing was the attitude towards the other gamers. And today, that's not a thing. I mean, you don't see that as much. And so my stream and my specific focus on coaching is to bring respect and love towards others, not only in life but in gaming too. And so a large portion of my coaching is more of life skills and less of just being a good gamer. And so, back in the day when I was playing Counter Strike, after you got shot, you would go, "Hey man, great shot, good game. That was incredible. You guys outplayed us. Well done." If you watch the tournaments today, like Black Ops or something, there's a lot of screaming, a lot of anger, and a lot of aggression towards each other, and I just don't think that's very conducive to good behavior as an adult, and it's not really rewarding for people to be like that. It's a me generation of people, so the idea is trying to coach that out of kids and try to be like, hey, it's about us, it's about a family, it's about being better together, because you want to make you and your buddies better. You don't want to just make you better.
so obviously getting better, but let's talk more about helping set realistic goals because you mentioned not everyone's going to be the best gamer ever, and
Right.
make money off of this. But this could help you set realistic goals in life once you, um, become an adult and have to start making life like big decisions.
Right. So Fortnite's a good example on something to set realistic goals. You're not going to be able to just build up and shoot everybody in a week, and be able to compete with, the top streamers and the top professional gamers in this industry, right? That's not a realistic goal. I can't even tell you how many times I've had kids come into my chat and go, "Hey, man, help me out," or come into my, coaching session going, "I want to be as good as Ninja," or "I want to be as good as, Tifu." And it's like, okay, well, we got to set realistic goals here, guys. Let's take these in bite-sized chunks, right? And so it's like, okay, first, let's teach you how to build, right? I focus on building because building is number one. So let's teach you how to build. So anytime you start to build, you want to do a double ramp, right? So let's just work on pushing double ramps. And so this is like double ramping right here, right? And then let's say I'm building double ramps on the other side, and I say, okay, now counter me. So then the kid's going to counter me. He's going to try to build up above me, and if he can't, he's going to wall himself off, and then he's going to build platforms and build up. You know, and so we start with realistic goals in mind. Like, we're going to start small and then go big. And so every coaching session is about taking bite-sized chunks and honing those bite-sized chunks until you get better at doing that, and then you take the next chunk and the next chunk, and eventually you've eaten the whole meal, right? And so that's kind of what I focus on is setting up realistic goals, and that's everything in life, right? I mean, if you want to be the next fighter, if you want to be the next top streamer, if you want to be the next ninja warrior, you've got to do it in bite-sized chunks. You can't just conquer the world all at once and be impatient. And I noticed that a lot of kids are very impatient and want it now. And so it's all about building double, like these double ramps that Alex is doing right now. It's all about just starting small and going bigger and bigger and bigger, and pushing the limit further and further every step of the way.
And for parents who are watching this, what tips do you have for parents if their kids are gaming? Obviously, you don't want them playing all the time. There needs to be set limits. What tips do you have for parents to healthy gaming?
So I can tell you what I've done with my kids, because obviously Fortnite is such a sensation that it's taken a lot away from family time. Kids are having obsession problems. Especially like kids with ADHD. They're clinging on to this game a lot more than other kids. Uh, I'm somebody who can relate to that. But this game, one of the tips and one of the things I can talk about from my experience is how I've dealt with my 12-year-old being absolutely obsessed with this game and wanting every skin and to buy everything and play 24/7 and throw school away and stuff, right? And what we've done is we've instituted a chore list that helps earn time towards Fortnite, right? And then also there's a monetary value. And so that's kind of how we've done is we've done it in chunks. So he has to hold a high enough GPA. We make a requirement if you're going to keep your Xbox or whatever, you got to get a decent GPA in school. And I mean, you can't set unrealistic goals for that. And so that's what we've done with my 12-year-old is realistic GPA. And then we say, okay, well, if you want to earn time, it's going to be like this chore, like doing the dishes or going out and cleaning up the yard or something like that for an hour or two of time. And then once they're done, then they get an hour or two of time. And, consoles nowadays and PCs nowadays have parental controls in there so that you can, you have a lot more, you have a lot less of a challenge to control what your children are doing. And so you can put in certain functions and securities to kind of hold back their ability to just play 24/7. And so that's one thing I've done with my kids. What
How
else?
much is too much playing? No kind of question, but I know with my nephews, they can play for hours.
Right.
What's a healthy amount of time to play on a school night?
Usually I'd say an hour to 2 hours is my opinion on a healthy day of school night, but also after they get their homework done. When they come home from school and they have homework, they should be doing their homework first. And they should sit down and get their homework done, and however long that takes, that's priority. School's priority, parents are priority, Fortnite is secondary, right? It's like a sport in school. If you don't get good grades in sports in school, you're not going to be starting. You're not going to be playing, right? And that's the same thing. I mean, that should be no different. Fortnite and gaming, esports gaming, whatever you're going to be doing with Fortnite, um, it shouldn't be that, like you push Fortnite in front of school and education and respect towards parents and stuff like that. And that's kind of what I try to instill in my coachees is like, my team is all based off of, hey, you got to do your homework first. You've got to respect your mother or father. You've got to do the chores and things that they ask of you. And then we can go and do Fortnite. And that's what I do with my son. That's what I would do with all the kids I coach. It's really important to me to make sure that we highlight on those specific details.
1 second, I'm gonna stop this recording and start again.
No worries. And Alex and I can focus on like building and doing little clips, and then I can send you them. So like while we're recording, we don't have to, we can just sit here and game. But I can also, send you clips of us playing and doing build-ups that and you guys can just put it in.
If you guys could post this too, like this stream, that'd be cool, so I can get your audio as well.
Right.
Okay, so I just have a couple more questions, and I think we'll be good. It's downloading this. But I want to talk about how you started in 2015. Is that right? With your friend who passed.
Well, I didn't start in 2015. I started back a long time ago. My professional gaming career was back, in 2098.